I got home about a week later, I got very, very sick. And I went to the doctor, and they told me that I had picked up some type of a virus from the evacuation center. And I said, really? They said, was anybody sick there? And I said, well, not that I knew of. And she said, well, because of the stress of being evacuated, the stress of losing your cat, the stress of just a whole situation, you probably didn't even know somebody was sick, but you picked it up and you got sick. And she said, you're very, very sick. So they gave me, but she said, I have no idea what you got. So she just gave me a a antibiotic that would just for any type of virus. And she said, if you're not better in a couple of days, you need to come back. Well, that was on a Wednesday or a Thursday. By Tuesday, I had this huge lump about this big around on my neck, and it was like huge. And I called up and I said, there's something wrong. I have this big lump on my neck. And they said, you need to come back to the doctor. So I went in there, and she said that somehow at the evacuation center, we don't know how, but she said you must have scratched yourself or got poked or something, and you weren't even aware. I said, I don't remember scratching myself or poking myself or anything. I said, I didn't bleed. I didn't hurt or anything. She said, and because of where I was at, because we was out on the farm, and they kept the door open with these big swamp coolers, she said something blew in there, and she said, in normal circumstances, you would not have gotten sick, but because of the stress, and your body was under so much stress, that your body could not fight it off, and it went through my system, and that's why I was so sick. And so I was like, she said, if I was not better by she said, come back on Friday. She gave me heavy-duty antibiotics. She said, if you're not better by Friday, we'll put you in the hospital. And I went back on Friday. She felt it. She says, I think it's going to break open and all the poison is going to come out. And once that happens, then you'll be better. I went on Friday night. It broke. And the poison came out of my system, but it was all caused from being out at the evacuation center, because somehow she said you could have stepped in something because there was animals out there. It was on your shoes. You took your shoes off, it got on your hands, and you touched your neck. And she could have been a tiniest little pin that would normally not even have affected you, but because of the stress of being evacuated and the stress of losing your cat, she says you probably didn't get very much sleep out there because there was dogs barking all night long. They kept the lights on overhead, people walking, talking, everything. Your body was just so stressed that it attacks your system. And if I had not gone to the doctor, I probably would not be talking to you right now.